The placenta is an amazing organ. It produces hormones and protects the baby, possibly even from negative emotions, who knows. The placenta has a very valuable job even after it's been born.
You'd have to start all of that again.
Okay. The placenta is an amazing organ that's often undervalued, and we're beginning to appreciate the placenta and the role that it does. It can be protecting the baby from filtering out various substances, and it really produces massive hormones for the mother, particularly and including the love hormone oxytocin. To the point where some women have reported having a hemorrhage, and the doula or the midwife at that birth has taken a lobe of placenta, a small piece, put it in her cheek, and the oxytocin has had a massive and rapid effect on contracting the uterus and stopping the bleeding. So the placenta is massively helpful to women if they're bleeding, and if they've lost blood and they have it encapsulated or in a smoothie, they're replenishing their body naturally with their own resources. So the placenta is a very fantastic organ that's and spiritually there's a whole connotation of spirituality associated with the placenta. In New Zealand, most people take the placenta home. It's the ancestral link to the whole family tree. They will plant it in the garden with a tree on it. When the child grows up, they may take part of that tree to their new home and plant another tree. They kind of connects them to their ancestors. So we're missing out on a whole spiritual dimension about birth. And yes, it's important to be alive and well, but why not have a holistic view of birth?
Well done, that's a lovely answer. You said yesterday a really good phrase, which was trusting the machine and not the woman. We trust in machinery.
Yeah. We are trusting in machinery to the point where it's failing us. If we depend on electricity and there's nowhere to plug a machine in, do we lose the art and the skill of listening, for example, to a baby's heartbeat? So we need to not rely on machinery. We rely on the baby's heartbeat machine too much and misinterpret it and disagree about how to analyse this. There's lots of research that shows the over-reliance of machinery is causing the over-interventions. Yeah. The over-reliance on machinery can lead to an over-reliance on interventions. For example, if we look at a CTG, the baby's heartbeat, it appears something's happening that may not really be happening. We also used to test the baby's blood by pricking the head during labour, and we found that not to be very accurate. But we were relying on this as if it was absolute. And this is the worry. If we listened more to the intuition of the mother, the baby, the clinicians, and less to the machinery, many births would go a lot better. It's fear that makes us focus on machines. Monty Python had a machine that went beep 30 years ago or so in their film, The Meaning of Life. We are still focused more on the machine in the hospitals than we are on the women in too many cases.